So Tomi Lahren, who's on Fox News, you guys are going to be seeing something that's a massive hypocrisy. As always, I love to do exposés on this because it's so fucking funny, but also sort of poking holes in the arguments. But what you're gonna be seeing is a clip of her on Jesse Waters' show. I think it's called Waters World, and they're gonna go back and forth a little. This is a short, very short clip of her just giving a very mainstream talking point. Check it out.
Well, Jesse, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a merit-based system? What's wrong with
Nothing.
bringing the best people that we have into this country? The fact that we care more about feelings and kinship over actually improving the United States of America is the problem. But of course, that's the slogan of the Democratic Party.
I sort of find it an irony that she's advocating for a merit-based system, because in a true merit-based system, at least in my opinion, she wouldn't be where she's at today. You know, I just don't think it would, unless you would say, I guess, merit is based on however you get ratings. It doesn't matter the quality of your work, but anyways, basically, she's also using that as a very stupid way, because most illegal immigrants are extremely hard workers, massively hard workers, and so that's just a dumb comment to make. But, of course, the vilifying of illegal immigrants and immigrants in general is you know, rabid within the Republican Party and the conservatives. But here's the craziest part, is her saying that this is compassion and not compassion and kinship is massively interesting, because the Republican Party, as you guys know, self-branded themselves as the party of family values, the party of Jesus, the party of Christianity. That is what that's not something that we planted on them. That's their own branding themselves. They're supposed to be compassionate. They're supposed to be, like, you know, having family values, but what is about family values? How are you for family values if you're splitting up families, splitting up kids from mothers? You're sending families to other countries that they've never been in, resulting in much worse conditions for them. But you guys know Tomi Lahren was a rabid Trump supporter, loved Trump, amazing, you know, Trump supporter. That was kind of her rise. We're going to be looking at here is a clip from 2012 in which Donald J. Trump expresses his reasoning for his compassion that he has for DACA people.
Ask Michelle to actually physically go across the street and tell the family of 25 years to get out of this country. She wouldn't do it because she's a good person.
But here's the problem with Mitt Romney in this situation. He came out and say it's a magnet and he disagrees. But in 2007, he was calling for the same exact thing. Newt Gingrich fired back and said, here's your clip from Meet the Press from 3 years ago. Does that bother you?
Well, actually, he didn't strongly disagree. And in fact, a lot of people are really curious as to when he'll say something, because you know, I just saw something on television where they were saying that he really hasn't taken a stance, or a very strong stance yet, and he hasn't said anything about what Newt said. So let's see what he says. But look, this is a matter of this isn't conservative. I'm the world's most conservative person. This isn't conservative. This is compassion.
Is it amnesty?
I guess to a certain extent, for a very limited number of people, it would be considered amnesty. But how do you tell a family that's been here for 25 years to get out?
That's tough.
Or if their kids are born here, they stay, the parents leave, and that's what Newt Gingrich's contention is. How can you be the party that is pro-family and dividing the family? But
as an example, you have people in this country for 20 years. They've done a great job. They've done wonderfully. They've gone to school. They've gotten good marks. They're productive. Now we're supposed to send them out of the country? I don't believe in that, Michelle, and you understand that. I don't believe in a lot of things that are being said.
It's hilarious, because the person who she massively supported and was basically the person who led to her rise in a way, because that's where she got her fame, is somebody who himself admits that it's all about compassion. And, you know, it should be about, there should always be empathy that comes into, you know, empathy is a part of almost every political conviction or position that you have. Empathy always goes into it, whether it be you want the worker to have more money, or you want people to get health care so that they don't die, or, you know, whether it be whatever else it may be, you know. So that's a big part of many different arguments, and that's why this is one of them. But Tomi Lahren just kind of splurging on these just really dumb talking points.